Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Noise, and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. In the last episode, we were working on this. We made a little bit of a farm, mostly for the coarse fruits, which is going pretty well, actually. I kind of want to grow some of these guys just to do the whole getting the actual plants so that we can get the purple blocks. Because I think this looks really nice, and I want to expand it. I want to make sure I can walk around and don't have to like constantly have to jump to collect things and whatnot. But yeah, so we built this. Now obviously I have not put in any more work on this guy. I need to expand this farm area because it's way too small, and all that kind of fun stuff. I don't know if I'm going to move this or not. I haven't decided that yet, but I do need to expand that direction and that direction. I just haven't got around to it. I'm actually running a little bit late. This video will probably be up later than I would like it to, but happens. But yeah, so I figured let's go ahead and record an episode. I have a ton of nether quartz thanks to this guy, which is making us plenty of soul sand whenever we put sand in there, which means we can start working towards refined storage. Now I don't know if we can actually power a refined storage system yet. We'll see about that. We'll see about that one. But we can at least start getting into the system. Now, real quick, I want to actually admit something. I lost my bone pickaxe because I was over here killing guys, and I didn't have my headphones on. Hey, we got a record. I didn't have my headphones on or anything like that, and jumped up here, and there's a creeper right there. I panicked and threw my pickaxe at him, and didn't die, actually. I was down to like 2 hearts, but lost my pickaxe, so I made a new one. It wasn't that hard. But, yeah, just kind of a funny story that happened. So, we have a bunch of records, and we have my favorite one. Wait, you know what? We might make a record player. That could be fun. Let's do that, real quick. What is a record player? It's been so... if I can spell it. It's been so long since I've actually made one. They're called jukeboxes. I forget about that. A jukebox. Let's see. It is a diamond. I think we'll wait. Never mind. I think we'll wait. You know, more maps like this need to give you a jukebox and some records at the very beginning. I think that'd be something really good, just to kind of have music while you're working, if you want it. But anyways, today we're going to work on refined storage. So, was there anything else I wanted to mention? Still trying to get more levels so that we can enchant more stuff. I've started to clear out this room. I will probably move all these bookshelves sooner rather than later to another room, because I want to use this house for refined storage. Now there is a catch that I'm not quite done building it. I still don't know how to make it look better. We need to do some sort of, I don't know, something to make a little bit of depth, and that's usually what the problem is for all this kind of stuff. But I'm not entirely sure how to fix it yet. Maybe putting some depth here, some staircases or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But the other thing, by the way, we got a notch apple from one of the mobs. I think maybe Notch spawned, and we killed him. Plus we got some chance cubes. Those things are deadly. We'll open those much later, when we're away from our desk. Away from our base. Wow, I'm having troubles today. So, refined storage. What do we need to get into refined storage? Well, first thing we're going to need is a controller. The controller is not too bad. It requires some silicon, machine casing, which basically is just a bunch of quartz enriched iron. Now, can we get those seeds? Intermedium seeds and quartz enriched iron. Let's see if we can make those. So we have plenty of stuff, but I want to see if we can make some just in case. So we have 1 intermedium, and by the way, I also got fertilized essence from harvesting crops. It's a very low chance to get that, so it's kind of cool. But I think we're gonna need 4 of these. For those, I think we need a little bit more. So I gotta remember how to make the seeds. How do we make the seeds? Let's see. Quartz enriched iron. We need a base crafting seed, so we need prosperity shards. And the only way to get these is sifting sand, and we really haven't got much of them. In fact, we don't have like any. Oh, that makes flint. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. I guess let's grind up some more gravel. We'll get sand and all that kind of stuff for it. Okay, so maybe we won't make the seeds yet. Honestly, I'm not too concerned about that right now. We have access to a lot of different things that can kind of help us. But we'll get into mystical agriculture a little bit more later. So let's just grab a bunch of iron, all of our quartz enriched iron, and start making things. So we need a controller. That's probably the first thing we're going to want to make. We're going to need a diamond, and we're going to need some silicon. So we can get silicon from either sag milling clay, which is not efficient. Don't do that. Sand is probably the best way. You get a 50% chance. So we're just going to do this and hope for the best. In fact, let's just get a bunch of this stuff kind of going, and I'm going to take like 5 stacks of cobblestone, put it all in there, and we'll get a good bit of stuff. So there's some silicon. We need a diamond, which I have a couple diamonds in here. And I think that's it for the controller. So here we go. Machine casing. I can speak, I swear. We're going to need 2 of those. We do this. There's that. This guy. Something like that. And there. So there is the controller. That is the first step. By the way, have we done anything? Don't have that. Actually, we have. It's 25-ish blocks. Haven't done any of that stuff. Infernium seed? Isn't that what that is? Yes, we have. Matic from Tinker's Construct, we haven't done that. Start a food farm and Infernium essence farm. We are still working on the Infernium part. Okay, all of that stuff. Fly, haven't done any of that. Travel to the end. Alright, automate turning cobblestone into gravel. We've sort of done that, but not fully. I'm not considering that yet, or any of this stuff. So we're starting to work on this guy, the refined storage. Automate storage of ore pieces, chunks from automatic. Okay. Process sieve. Okay. So there's a lot of things to do, but really haven't done any of it. So I think that's about it. Wizardry, dragons. I haven't done any of that stuff. Travelers. Insanity. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay. Anyways. Can grab some more essence. So we have the controller. That is the first step. And now we need to have some other things. We're going to need a disk drive, which requires advanced processors. And now this surprises me because in the original, I guess not original, but in Sky Factory 2.5, which had applied logistics, all the recipes that made like the processors and stuff was simplified. So this one's not terribly difficult, but it is going to require a couple sticky pistons. So we're going to need to get some redstone and slime balls, which we have some rice slime balls. Those work. And we're going to need some redstone. We're going to need a lot more redstone than what I have, but that's fine. We'll get there. And we're going to need some wood. I have cobblestone on me, so we need 2 of these. As you can see, I have some more rice on me because I was expecting to have to make more slime balls, and I found them. So there's the sticky pistons. We just put the rice away. And then we need more quartz enriched iron. And there is the solderer. Solderer? How do you say that? It's a difficult word, and I'm struggling enough with English today. So that needs to be connected to a controller in order for it to work. So for right now, we're just going to do one of these. We don't really have power to do this, but we can just connect it like that, and that should work. So if we want a disk drive, we're going to need... Oh, so there's two recipes. We can make a single processor machine, okay, or two of those. That requires diamonds. We can cook the diamond or we can use the solderer. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is kind of cheaper on everything that I can get more easily. So we just need a single diamond. And we throw it in there. And that'll process. And then we're going to need a machine casing and a chest. Let's just take like... You know, it'd be better if I did it the other way around. 1, 2, 3. That's enough. Hopefully. We can always get more iron. So there's that. And here is the chest. So this will make the disk drive. Once we take this guy, redstone, and I think we need one other thing. Printed silicon. So we need to take those guys out and do that. So we're going to need a disk drive. That's to store the disk, to store the items. How expensive are cables? Cables are not that bad, but they do require a lot of iron. You need a lot of quartz-enriched iron for this. But I've never actually used this system, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that. Okay, so that is the same price regardless. The grid requires a construction core and 2 improved processors and a destruction core. So we're gonna need like more of these. We're gonna need like that many. We'll just start with that many. And we're gonna need, let's see, I think it's 6. We're gonna need 6 in total. Because the crafting grid requires an advanced processor. We'll worry about the other stuff later. Crafters and all that kind of stuff once we have more resources. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna need another diamond, which we can actually just smelt up. We're gonna need a piece of gold, I think. Let's see, that's that. For the grid, we need construction cores, printed basic, that's iron. Okay. So those two require, we're gonna need 2 iron and a gold. Okay. We'll just get these guys all processing and being crafted and all that kind of stuff. So we need to make the disk drive, and then we need to make the crafting grid so that we can see the items, and then we need to make some storage so that we can actually store the items. Now, ideally, we'll put this over there. How expensive would solar panels be right now? Halfway decent ones. So, like, maybe solar panel 3s? Block of iron. That's not terrible. Those aren't terrible. It's going to require a lot of redstone. Okay. How about a solar panel tier 1? That's going to require a lot of gold, electrical steel, some quartz, but not that much, surprisingly. Maybe. Maybe solar panels are within our future. Or close to our future, anyways. Alright, so I should be working on this stuff, so we need 2 more. So get this all taken care of, and then, how are we doing on power? I can't even actually see the power source, but this doesn't seem to be using too much power. 5 RS. I wish I knew the conversion rate. That would be nice, but we should have the iron stuff taken care of. There we go. Now, if we want to make circuits, we want to make a 4K. Quartz enriched iron and the storage part. So we're going to need basic processors, a lot of basic processors. And the rest is just silicon and glass. Okay, that's not too bad. So we're going to need 4 more iron cooked up, as well as a bunch of silicon, but we'll get to that soon enough. So this guy, that'll do its thing. We're going to need 4 of these, so we need 16 of the, actually no, we need 3 of them. So we need 12 plus 4 basic processors, so we're going to need more silicon. So there is the disk drive. We're going to need more redstone. We're going to need more redstone. Alright, let's start getting some more dust. And then we should be able to sift it pretty simply, pretty easily. Getting more iron is also not a problem. Rain, go away. And we should be able to get at least a starting system. That's kind of the idea. So there's those. So we're just going to need a little bit more redstone, what's the best way? Diamond works. Alright, so let's get our awesome diamond mesh and get sifting. Now we're also going to need, there's the last redstone we're going to need for this part. And let's get crafting. So the next thing we need to do is get the crafting grid. So we need the grid first, which we're going to need a machine casing. So that is like so. And we need glowstone and nether quartz. Both of which are pretty straightforward to get. There's glowstone. Now let's grind up some iron real quick, so we can get some more iron so that we can get more of the other stuff that we need, aka the quartz enriched iron. There's the basic processors. Okay, those are done. So glowstone, that makes the other core. We can go ahead and cook up some iron. Once that's done, we'll have the quartz enriched iron that we need, and then we can craft the storage grid, or at least some of it. I don't know if we'll be able to do all of it yet. We'll find out very soon. Alright, so the grid, there we go. And then to get the crafting grid, we just need a crafting table. I need more wood. There we go. Let's just make that into a crafting table. And we can actually do that in our inventory. So there is the crafting grid. So the last thing we need is the 4K storage. So we're going to need 3 of these. So we need glass and redstone. You are on furnace mode. Go ahead and cook up some glass. So we're going to need 3 of these. We're going to need more. We're going to need more sand. Turn into glass. Do we have any more glass lying around? Don't think so. If we do, okay, we need like 3 more times that, or 2 more times that rather. And what else are we gonna need? We're gonna need more redstone. So we should take the rest of this stuff and start grinding it up into dust, and then the dust will give us redstone relatively quickly. Quite a bit of it too. So there we go. We just need 2 more redstone, and we'll be good to go. There's 1, and then for the 4K, we're going to need more redstone, and 1 more piece of quartz enriched iron. So like that. We just need one more piece, so I'm going to put the rest in there. Alright, so do we have redstone? Perfect. So 3 of these guys. And then it's like this. Alright, so there is the 4K storage part, and then the disk requires 2 more pieces of glass, 3 more quartz. So we're just going to need a little bit more glass. Let's go ahead and just cook up more glass. And do we have everything else? We're going to need all this redstone. Alright, well, that's easy enough. So I keep forgetting that this guy is giving us a lot of sand, which we can then grind up more. Once we get a good bit of redstone, we can start worrying about getting basically as much. We can get a double crusher, is what I'm trying to say, which would be really nice. So there is the 4K storage disk. So for right now, let's go ahead and break this guy. And I'm trying to think of how do I want to do this. We need some sort of power. This is why I was looking at solar panels. Let's get another generator. That'll be fine. Let's just make another magmatic generator. So lava buckets, furnace generator. Okay, we should be able to do that. We have the machine. And we should be able to just break this guy. Cool. So we need a furnace generator to begin with, which is a bunch of iron and a little bit of redstone. So we need more iron, which we don't have. So we need to start sifting more gravel. And now we can't use diamond meshes with the gravel. We need to use, let's just use the iron mesh right there. And the reason is, well, to put it simply, it doesn't work. The diamond mesh does not give you iron whatsoever. It's a little bit of a bummer, but let's see, we have a little bit more iron grit, so that'll work for now. That should be good. And so we just need 1, 2, 3, 4 redstone. There's 1. We're running out of power. We have plenty of lava. That's not enough power. So that might be the next thing we work on, is getting more power. Because once we have more power, then we can start working on getting just more of everything. So there is, we need 5 iron. We just need a little bit more redstone. So it's something like this. Machine block, redstone, and then we need 5 gold. With a bucket of lava, which I already have. And we'll just need 1 more redstone, which we should get by the time we're done. So we're just going to make a pretty basic, another magmatic generator. And we'll see how that works for giving us power for the time being. We'll probably adjust that later, but there we go. We can very easily get a couple buckets of lava. And we're going to put this guy in here. We'll put the controller down. Disk drive. We're going to need a cable. Let's go ahead and just splurge on a cable. So it's just 1 redstone and some quartz enriched iron, plus a little bit of glass. So 1 redstone, 6 iron, and 2 glass. And this allows us to connect all the machines up. So super useful. And we get 12 of them for the price of 1, so that's not a problem. So we can just do this. and have the solder, crafting grid, and our disk drive, and we put the disk in there. And now we can start storing things in there. Now this guy still had some power, and I don't know how much RF it's going to require, but this is making it makes 40 RF per tick, and that seems to be more than enough. So we just need to keep him kind of happy with lava, but for the time being this is just going to be kind of temporary. Once we get into like more power, we're gonna set up power next, I think, and I want to make a solar generator. I think that'll be the best thing. So we can just start putting whatever we want in here and storing our items, and as we store more items it will be fuller, so we can just grab all this and I don't have to search for things. So as you can see, it will probably fill up pretty quickly, so we'll want to expand on this. We can make auto crafting to kind of do that, but there we go. And we're at, yeah, we have plenty of space for right now. Again, it's going to get worse later just because of the amount of stuff we're going to need to store. We have a lot of items already, but this is a pretty basic system and it will work for now. And the neat thing is we can easily search for stuff. We can craft it in this grid. That's the solderer. So if we want to make something, we can very easily make, I don't know, that doesn't actually become anything. Does rotten flesh become a block? Yeah, we can make compressed flesh blocks and like whatever we need to craft in here. So that is pretty much that. This will hopefully kind of maintain some power. It'll eventually run out, but hopefully before it does, we can get access to a large amount of power, excess power. And the way we're going to do that is with Tech Reborn. Not Tech Reborn, Environmental Tech. Tech Reborn is a completely different mod. So we have the digital guide, and just to kind of give you guys a preview of what's to come, we're going to make a solar array because I love this thing. It's free power during the day. And so 600 RF, 650 RF per tick for the basic tier, which is, well, doable. Let's take a look at solar generator. No, solar array. No, what is it called? Solar controller, solar panel controller. So tier 1 is just some gold, which we have plenty of, electrical steel, and a solar cell, plus more solar cells, structure blocks tier 1, and modifier cores. So structure blocks tier 1 is going to require a lot of redstone and gold. The gold is not a problem whatsoever. The redstone's a little bit more. Now we don't have access to these alabaster stairs or these alabaster, the basalt, but we can easily make the hardened stone. Hardened stone is just stone with some cobblestone. Pretty easy. And we can get plenty of that. That's pretty easy. Later we'll be able to actually mine the resource with a void resource miner. We'll get to that later. For right now, I'm going to work on power. So all in all, it's not that hard. It's going to require a lot of lapis, a good bit of nether quartz, a good bit of redstone, and some glass with some iron. But all in all, that's pretty easy. And if we can upgrade it to tier 2, which will need a better solar panel, that's going to require a lot of diamonds and energetic alloys. That's not too terrible. It's going to require structure blocks tier 2, requires more diamonds and redstone, and more solar cells, and well, that's about it. The modifier cores are not that difficult to make. They are just heavy on iron. Okay, that's not too bad, and we can give it other modifiers. We can get energy from rain. I don't know if we can use these, but those are fairly expensive. We can't actually make them yet, so I don't think we'll need to do much on the modifiers. but the modifier cores are not that difficult to make. And then tier 3, by the way, tier 2 makes 3600 RF per tick. Tier 3 makes 14,000 RF per tick. It requires a lot more structure blocks. Tier 3s, which require ender pearls, more redstone and glowstone, more solar cells, more modifier cores, but then the actual controller requires solar panel 3s, which are easy enough, vibrant alloy, and stabilized ender pearls, which all of that is kind of not that bad once we get to that point. And then tier 4 is insane. It's over 45,000 RF per tick. More structure blocks. These require nether stars each, so that's going to be a pain. 40 nether stars is what this requires. A ton of solar cells, and then the actual controller requires 2 more nether stars plus vibrant alloy blocks, plus these solar panels, which are much more expensive. So that is in-game, but that is really, really powerful. So we're going to start with just a tier 1, I think. Fairly simple, fairly straightforward, and go from there. What kind of chicken are you? You're a normal chicken. And then we can start working, once we have power, we'll start working on automation and all that kind of fun stuff. So power is going to go in this section, and then we'll run wires everywhere. I don't know if we have... really access to wireless stuff until we get into Draconic Evolution. I know the wireless RF battery is not terrible, but it's not great either. But Draconic Evolution has some really good energy relays, are what they're called. These energy crystals, which are honestly doable once we get access to Draconium. So we just need to get Draconium and we'll be fine. And that we have options. We either go to the end, or I think we can get it from, yeah, you can sometimes get it from sifting endstone. It's a decent chance. So with a diamond stiffened mesh, that's not bad. So we'll have to kind of figure out what we're going to want to do with that. But for the time being, I am going to work on getting the farms a little bit more expanded, and next time we're going to work towards solar panels. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!